All right, starting off the last part of 4.4, still factoring. Okay, factor these polynomials out. So we're going to go through a little bit of a review to start. How do I factor out 3x squared minus 27x? Well, I take out what they both have in common. Right? This has a 3x squared. This has a 27x. I always look at the number first. Can I take out a 3? Yes, I can. Right? Because 3 is divisible by 3, and 27 is divisible by 3. And they both have at least one x attached to it. So I can take out a 3x. What's left over from 3x squared if I take a 3x out? Just an x. Minus, and then I take a 3 out of 27. What's left? That's 9. And I took that x out, so there's nothing left. And that right there is my answer. And now this one. What can I take out? Again, I always start with the number. Can I take a 5 out of both of these? Yes, I can. 125 and 5 are both divisible by 5. Okay, and then can I take out any x's? I can at least take one out. They both have at least one x. There's 1. This one has 3, so we can take out a 5x. Okay. What's left over from... Sorry, I'm going to put that marker there. Okay. What's left over if I take a 5x out? The 5 goes away. One x is taken away, so x squared. Then we have minus, well, I took a 5 out of 125. So it's 125 divided by 5. 25. And then I took that x out, so there's no more x's. Okay. I'm not done. You should notice right here in these parentheses that this is the difference of perfect squares. Okay, so this parenthesis makes two parentheses. How do we get x squared? Well, it's x times x, and then how do we get 25? That's 5 times 5. One's positive, one's negative, and then drop this 5x down. That is our answer there. Okay. Next, we have a trinomial with no number out front, so we just have to find the factors of 12, which are 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. And now look which one of those adds to 7. 3 and 4 add to 7. So we're going to have x and 3, x and 4. One is, nope, they both have to be negative, because we have a positive 12 and a negative 7. What happens if we have a trinomial but a number is in front? We do that slide, divide, and bottoms up. So that number, we slide over. So we're left with x squared plus 3x minus 4 times 10, which is 40, because he slid that 4 over. And now I can factor out this trinomial by finding the factors of 40. 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 3 doesn't go into it, 4 times 10, and 5 times 8. Okay. Now, which of these adds to 3? Adds or subtracts to 3? It's 5 and 8. So we'll get x and 5, x and 8. Now we have a negative sign here, so we need to figure out which one is positive and which one's negative. Well, we have a positive 3, so we need a positive 8 minus 5. That gets me a positive 3. Okay, there's my slide. Now I have to divide what I slid over. Take that 4 and divide it by those last two numbers. Now, can I simplify? I can simplify this one right above here, right? 8 divided by 4 is 2. which is great. And this 5 divided by 4, I can't divide it or simplify it at all, so I'm just going to bring that 4 and put it in front of the x. So 4x minus 5. There's my answer. Okay, one last part of review. This is the sum of perfect cubes. Now the sum of perfect cubes has a formula, and it goes like this: a cubed plus b cubed equals, and then it's a plus b times a squared minus ab plus d squared. So we have a cubed plus b cubed. Those are the difference of perfect squares. Now we got to take the cubed root. The cubed root of x cubed is x. The cubed root of 64 is 4. So we get x plus 4. There's a and b, right? We can say this is a, and this is b. So x plus 4 times a squared. Well, a is x, so x squared, minus a times b, which is 4 times x, so 4x, plus b squared. B is 4, so 4 squared is 16. And then finally we have the difference, not the sum, we have the difference of perfect cubes. Okay, so same numbers, just different formula. This formula says that if we have a cubed minus b cubed, then we'll have a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So just a few different spots. We already came up with the numbers. It was x minus 4 times x squared plus 4x plus 16. Same numbers from the one above, just with different signs. Okay. Now, what we're getting into today, we have a polynomial with 4 different terms. Now we can factor this. Here's how we attack this problem. Factor half of it. So let's focus on this half. What can we factor out in that blue rectangle? We can factor out a z squared, right? We can say z squared is going to be multiplied by, what's left here? If I take 2 out, just 1. What's left here? If I took 2 z's out, just plus 5. Okay. Now, what can I factor out from this rectangle? I can factor out a negative 4, right? I can factor out a negative 4. If I factor out a negative 4 from here, what's left? Z. And I factor a negative 4 out of here, what's left? A positive 5. Now, look what I have. I have 2 of the exact same thing. So we're going to write one of those down. Z plus 5. Okay. Now I'm going to take my blues, z squared minus 4. I'm going to put that in a different parenthesis. Okay. Now I factored those out. Make sure we factor completely. Okay, take a look. What do we have right here? It's the difference of perfect squares, right? Z squared and 4, those are perfect squares. So we have z and 2, z and 2, one's positive, one's negative, and then we have times z plus 5. Okay, I just brought that one down. Let's try it again. So here's 4 terms, once again. Let's break it up into 2 parts. What can I take out of that first one? I can take out a y squared. What's left? A y minus 5. Okay, and then can I break this one down? What can I take out of there? I can take out a positive 6. And what's left? Y minus 5. Okay, so my final answer, in one parenthesis is what I have in blue, y squared plus 6. My other parenthesis is what I have in red, y minus 5. Okay, and I can't break this down any further. Okay. So, since I can't factor that any further, I am done. Oh, one more. What happened here? One more. Okay, try it again. Break it into 2 parts. What can I take out? I can take out an m squared. Okay. If I take out an m squared, what's left here? Just 1m. What's left here? Just a minus 1. Now, what can I take out of these? I can take out a 7. 7 m minus 1. Good. So m minus 1, there's 1 parenthesis, and then m squared minus 7, there's another. And I can't factor out anything else, that was it.